welcome to our career show. We truly appreciate having you being with us, and we always want to impart knowledge to you, and you guys always showing up, so that this is so important. This is, you tune in week in and week out to listen, learn, and grow, and we love that. So you are changing in your direction, your goals, and to your success. So today I'm going to be leading the conversation, but before I do, I want to introduce myself for the new viewers that I've joined. Welcome to the show. My name is 𝗥𝗵𝗲.
My name is Ria,
and welcome to our show. So today I want to talk about quit trying harder. And why I want to talk about this is because 2023 is the year where a lot of people are stuck. A lot of people are looking for a direction as to where they want to be. Where are they right now? And what do they want to do? And for most of us, we are looking for that direction, because as what I want to share with you, because the more of the same that we do is usually the same results that we get. So the more of the same, we do is the same result we will get. So let me share with you. So what do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is, if you think with the mind, and say, for example, I mean, I've shared this, and it comes down to your paradigms. So your paradigms, first of all, it is your paradigm. When you think with the mind that is confused, do you think you're going to get the same results? No, you're not going to get the same results, because if that mind is confused and you already want to change your results, you already want to change the life that you are wanting to get, well, you're not going to get that, because if your mind is confused, this does not equal to the mind that will get the positive results. Because a confused mind cannot think, and I talked about this in the 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀, whereas the 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀 talked about, your goals, those 4 steps that we need. You've got the bondage, you've got the results, you've got the conflict that happens in your mind, and then you've got the freedom, right? Those 4 steps. So quit trying harder is about the same. Is you're doing the same repetition, you're doing the same day in and day out, and you're not changing from your mind, which is your paradigm. Because when we look at our paradigms, when we look at ourselves, how do we operate? In which mind do we operate that we take those actions? So this chapter is, quit trying harder, is taking those quantum leaps. It's not about trying harder, but it is about, it equals to the quantum leaps that we are making. So when you take the quantum leap, and this, when you want to take the quantum leap, okay, the one tool I will share with you when you want to take the quantum leap is you got to have faith. Period. You got to have faith. This faith is the most strongest that you will ever encounter, and faith can be in your workplace. So when you're saying, okay, how can this relate in the workplace? Well, the faith is going to come. For example, your boss will tell you, okay, this is a task I want you to do. And number one, you will be tested by your faith. Can you handle that task? Can you handle the objections when you're on a call, on a sales call? Can you handle those objections? If your faith is dominant over your belief that you can do those tasks, that you can handle those calls. If your faith is dominant, but your paradigm is more dominant, is taken over from your faith or your belief, your faith plus your belief, right? Your faith plus your belief is equal to the results that we will have. So if you can manage this, then this is what you need to do. So quit trying harder, but go beyond. Take that quantum leap. And by taking the quantum leap, what essentially you are doing is you are taking a chance on you. You are betting on you. And what's that is a better feeling when you can take that chance on you, to having that bet on you. And I would encourage you to do that. I will not encourage you to keep trying harder, doing the same thing, expecting the same result, because you're trying harder. You're already trying harder. You want to up level. You want to, in your workplace, you want to do that. But quit trying harder if you're expecting the same result. So what I want you to do, and I will challenge you, is to take the quantum leap. And the only way you will take the quantum leap is you're going to have the faith. Because without the faith, you will never be successful. And you know what? This is so important because, and the reason why I want to talk about this, because 2023 is a year of change. And a lot of people are stuck. The trample barrier, as I've talked about, you are going to experience. And a lot of shift is going to happen in the direction of how are people going to navigate, but how are people going to see those shifts happen in their lives. And so number one is to have the faith. And this will come down to your paradigms. Is your paradigm more dominant, or is your faith going to take over the paradigms? And your faith is going to say, move over paradigm. I'm in control. I am in control of my life. I'm in control of how I navigate my life. So I'm going to quit trying harder, but I am going to take that quantum leap. I am going to take a chance on me, and I am going to see what is going to come out of when I take the quantum leap, when I take that chance and I go over and beyond. Only because I had the faith, and I believed in the faith all along. And when I believe is where the results will happen. And this is where the shift will start to happen. And I'm just going to stop right there, because we think, trying harder at every stage in our lives. We know what we need to do, but trying harder at every level and then to be deflated, to not seeing anything happen in our lives, in business, in workplace, and not seeing those results happen can be deflating. So I don't want you to keep trying harder and doing the same thing, expecting the same results and be disappointed. But if you take that bet on you, like I did, maybe Ria did, taking that bet on you, taking that chance, taking the quantum leap and extending beyond what you thought was possible, what you thought you could not achieve, you are achieving. So I'm going to stop right here because I want to challenge you is, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can take quantum leaps? You can achieve the results that you are wanting.
Now, Alka, that's great, right? I'm sorry. Go.
Yeah. So one last thing, Maria. So you want to take those chances every single time. Taking that bet on you is how you're going to get the success. Yes, Ria.
Now, faith and belief leads to results. That's great. Thank you for that. Now, not everybody have the same faith, not everybody have the same belief. How does one increases their belief in themselves? There are people with low vibration. How does one get to that level where they have higher belief in themselves, higher faith in themselves, that they're ready to take the quantum leap? What does one need to do?
Well, very simple. What you need to do to really, if you are in that low vibration and you don't have that belief, you every single time there's always that lack, there's that lack, oh, I won't be successful. You keep on affirming to yourself the lack. The more of that, and very simple, it is that you need to affirm to yourself. Because, and I have done this, so I can truly attest to that. If at any time you feel in your life at any point that you are in that low vibration, you feel internally, because everything is internalized, you can never change your external if you have not changed your internal. So what I want you to do, what I would encourage is, number one, is to always affirm. And the more you start to affirm, and what you can do, what I do, what I did was to put a background music whilst I'm affirming. So you want to do belief statements. You want to, when you can encourage yourself, put yourself in that soothing environment with a background music. I would say classical music is always the best. Classical music to me has just been amazing therapy to really uplift my mind. And that puts me in a positive vibration, because you've got this beautiful soothing music that soothes your mind. And you are doing these belief statements, you're affirming. Like, for example, I have success in my abilities. I have success in everything I am achieving. The more you keep on saying, the more the repetition is the key here. So you don't want to do it one time. You want to do it 3 times a day to really register what you are setting in your mind. So hope that answers that question, Ria.
Yes, so just to summarize, basically, you want to affirm, and you have a soothing background with the classical music, in the background. And the affirmative words that I would tell myself is that I am successful, I am accomplished, or I have $1 million in my bank account. Is that correct? And that's how one builds up its faith and belief, which leads to the results that they want.
Absolutely, yes. That's exactly it. You want to do those, it's got to be repetition. It is the key, as I say, change takes 60 days, but it's got to be consistent, not just you do it today and then you wait and a week or two goes by. But you got to be consistent. You got to do it every single day to see that change and to see your mind already programmed in the direction that you are heading, that the results that you want.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. And so guys, thank you for tuning in. We have come to the end of another amazing show of 𝗥𝗵𝗲 show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you always. We appreciate you. And as I always say, knowledge, what you listen to Ria and I, is one thing, but it's in the implementation that requires the results that you are wanting in your life. Okay, so go, and the challenge that I set for you, I want you to do that because it's for your good. So we will see you the same time tomorrow.